Morning, everyone. I'm Marion, the Inappropriate Artist, and today I'd like to share with you some artwork that when I quit drinking, I needed something to keep me busy. This is sort of my first foray into art therapy. It was definitely inspired. It kind of just came to me. I realized when I quit drinking I needed to be open to help, but I wasn't willing to get it from a whole lot of people. I had one person, poor person, was trapped. I hated doing that. I hated that I did that for a long time. I did write them a note of apology, but that's another story, right? When I first quit drinking, I needed something to keep me busy. This is what I did. I was a little fed up with the way my life had turned out. Everything was upside down. I no longer wanted to be in business. I no longer wanted to be drinking. I wanted to change my life completely. So because my life had become such a mess, I wanted to try to make something beautiful, like I said. So here, and my chosen vases were a martini glass and a wine glass, both in their own right, pretty cool works of art. This one especially is a hand-blown, or a blown, I'm not sure what they did, glass-fired something, but beautiful. There were 3 of them once upon a time, but I only used this one. So I took my business cards and turned them into these flowers. It was a lot of work. So like this one, I just took some acrylic ink and put it in some water and made myself a vessel. I think I put pictures up on Facebook once upon a time, so if you go to my Facebook page, you might be able to find it. I believe my page is public, so it's Marion Stroh. That's where you can find me. I'll put it below. And this is what I did, right? Underneath are some old tequila corks and all of my business cards. I actually took a photograph of the aster in my garden, and I counted the petals before I made this, because that's just how OCD I am. It had to be perfect. The center is a card that I rolled and glued and then cut and splayed so that I could create that center. All of the petals are hand dipped. Yeah, I know, insane. So let's see, and over here is a hydrangea bloom. And I found some old little pearls from when I did a wedding invitation set up for a customer. When I did picture framing. So I cut up the cards, again, from a photograph. I made stencils for the petals, and then I hand dipped them all, and then this is me. And so, all of this took me quite a lot of time and brought me so much joy at a time when I was really devastated. So it was an important thing for me and a real gift, because at that time I wasn't ready to talk to the world. And so this was something that kept me going. It graduated, right? Over the next year or two. And the last one I did was this one. I made a couple of yellow ones for friends of mine. But this was the last one I did. With a little rose. Definitely a little high in the middle, so, you know, not quite. But from above, and it sits low, and it's lovely. And I love the colors. I was inspired by a fall tree to make that one. But this was my first expression, right, when I was unclouding my mind. So this, for me, was a transition point. I thought I was going to be making tons of these. In the end, I got bored with it pretty quick. After about a year of working on them and doing them, I got kind of bored with them. You know, I think I had moved and tried to set up a studio someplace where it was kind of a dark hovel, so I didn't even want to go in the room. So it was like I didn't feel very creative, and the idea just kind of left me. You know, I was no longer inspired doing these. I was at that time also sketching a lot in my sketchbook. So I found that sketching was a lot more fulfilling. So I stopped doing these, and I do kind of want to go back to doing sculpture, but I think I like to work in metal instead. So, you know, I need to learn to weld and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm hoping and looking forward to meeting other artists on the road while I'm... So thank you for joining me today in the living room of my mother's home. My dad's piano. I say my dad's piano, but I know it came from my mom's family, but he's the one I think of when I look at it. He sat at it a lot and played to us, and we sang together, and oh, that's a whole nother video. But yeah, so I'm so glad I got to share with you my beginnings. Means a lot to be able to sit here, open up, and have possibly an interaction with you. Please share below in the comments if you yourself have used art as therapy, as a way of bringing yourself out of a really dark place. For me, that's what it was. I needed something beautiful, and I needed to be the one to make it because everything else had been so ugly. I hope my mom's letting them stay here. I think she really likes them. I think so. Yeah, so they'll hang out here in the living room, and that makes me happy that they have a home. And I hope to be able to find homes for the other artwork that I've created. It's okay if they don't. They don't need to. I paint them because they help me and they fulfill me. It's just twice the gift when someone else is fulfilled by them. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to being able to share more with you in the future. Have a wonderful day. If you liked this video, please subscribe. I need more subscribers. I only have 23. I am grateful for my 23, but please, I would love some more. So hit this subscribe. I can never say that word. So subscribe button and the notifications bell, and then you'll get to see every video that as it comes out. I guess that's it for today. Thanks again, everyone, and blessings.